got on, man? That smells good.
That's that Johnny Depp.
I got that too, yeah.
That's that Johnny Depp money, boy.
It's funny. I told my girl the other day, I'm like, man, this shit gonna get expensive now when he wins.
Man, that thing's gonna go up in price. Was it what Fat Joe said? Yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
There's Rex, my dog Rex, right there.
Oh, here comes Rex.
Sporting touch of hands. Round number 1. There's that fast start, and that is the fastest knockout in bare knuckle fighting championship.
Hey, mama, no born in the Bronx, raised in Dade. Been in the city since Pit had braids. Bahapanti parties, plata know how to sneak me out. Now it's 7-figure meetings every day. We leave the house. It's game time, the game's mine. You know the vibe. Yo, ya how el mundo entero reppin' 305.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Don't Blink Podcast.
Yes.
Me, the kid,
We in
and
here.
today we got our brother Jullian Boothe in the
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah.
building.
Hell yeah.
Usually he brings artists. Today he is the artist. in the hot
He is
seat
the
today.
artist in the hot seat.
yeah.
Hell yeah. So we got to do this show a little special because he already, you know what I'm saying? He already seen the rundown and all the special questions we asked. So today we got extra special questions for you.
But listen, he a busy man. I'm sure he don't remember nothing.
There you go.
My brother, great to have you here, man. Thank you for joining us.
Thank y'all for inviting me. Definitely.
Absolutely, man. Great to have you here. I know you always got a lot of stuff going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're kind of touching on something right now. You were saying how you see why Diddy stepped into the limelight and kind of became an artist himself because one of the main reasons he could count on himself. You got something like that going on right now?
Not exactly, but over the years, I've always been in either a music executive position. I started with Uncle Luke Records. Then I went over to Slip and Slide Records. I was the VP over there for a long time. So just, the history of Miami. I mean, we're talking about Trick Daddy, Trina, Plows, Rick Ross.
Talk to him.
Pitbull.
Talk to him.
And now like Amara La Negra. So it's like, over a span of time. And I'm not saying just the artists who I worked with, just being in the business.
Right.
I would see people, be in the mud together and then later on end up bumping heads or whatever the case is.
Right. End up throwing mud at each other.
Right. So as an executive, as a manager who I was always cool with being in the background, now I understand why certain guys like Jermaine Dupri and Diddy put themselves up front because now it's all about branding yourself.
Yeah.
And now I just, I never really wanted to do it, but now I'm like full force, like, okay, cool. You know what? I always got to depend on me because no matter how much time and effort and money and resources I put into somebody, if one day they wake up and they're just like, yo, I ain't messing with you no more, you're not prepared for that, So to me, it's like, why am I going to keep on investing my time and my effort to make superstars and they feel funny the next day? So I'm always make me a superstar. Damn it. Come on.
I agree with you. And the fight game is the same thing. You got, the coaches in the coach position. You depend on the fighter to make the money. And the day that fighter wakes up, they go, man, I don't want to fight, coach, or I don't want to fight. I need another coach.
Exactly.
Then you stuck.
Yo, Jullian, how long you been in the game?
Well, I ain't trying to sound too old, because I still be looking young.
Hey, what you using? What you using?
But
he's smelling like Savage. You got
I started out of high school.
Yeah.
Right? So literally, as soon as I graduated, I went to film school. Here's the crazy part. I'm just now getting more into film and TV. I actually went to school for film and TV. I literally tripped by accident and fell into music.
Nice.
One of my homeboys, he had an internship. Jamal, I remember it, and he was like, yo, I got this internship. At the time, it was called Entertainment Resources. It was the biggest management company. They had Crisscross, they had The Brat, it was Jermaine Dupri's father who used to run it.
So is it mid-90-ish, late 90s?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, somewhere.
So I'm there, and he's like, yo, you want to take this internship because I got to go to New York. And I was like, I just got my AA. So I'm like, yeah, let's do that. So I went there, and literally that's how Luke saw me, because I used to go by Luke's office dropping off contracts, and he just loved my energy. He was just like, yo, you want a job? I'm like, yo, you're Luke. Hell yeah. So I went there, and then boom, I was there like just learning from everything, and he was like, yo, find me some acts. And then boom, first one was Pitbull.
That's amazing. Yeah. I remember I met you like 15 years ago when I had just jumped out. Yeah, and Jullian was around when Pitt was on the heavy rise. Yeah. Let me circle back real quick because you said with entertainment resources. It was like crisscrossing these guys. These people were out of like Atlanta. Were you up there, or you were down here?
The crazy part is it was Philip Calloway and Michael Molden. Michael Molden was Jermaine Dupri's dad. Okay. Both of them. I think it was Philip Calloway moved the company to Miami, so the main hub for the management company was Miami. But it was such a great company because it really taught me management. But they ran it like a record company. And I never saw that before. So when I got my foot in the game and I used to watch them, and I'd be like, why are you guys doing all this extra stuff? Because isn't a manager just supposed to manage? He's like, you can sit back and wait for the record company to do something. But this is why we're the biggest management company there is, because they had everybody at the time. And anybody Jermaine Dupri signed automatically went to them. Yeah. So they had the game on smash.
The Brat, Bow Wow, everybody,
bro. It was insane.
So street teaming, you know what I'm saying, going out to the club. Like, no, tell the people because this era right now, some of the grind has left out the window because it went digital.
I was about to say that because in the mid 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, that was like the great time for music because that's when like you could sell records and all that and you could actually see real numbers.
No, absolutely. Management is one of the key things, if not one of the most important things when it comes to artists and entertainers.
Yeah.
Actresses, models, whoever athletes. That you are, athletes, everything. Your manager is the key person that the world has to be in contact with. And that representation is so important because they're the ones that are going to help you make it and or break it, especially if you're a new artist. So from the beginning, I always, with every artist I've ever had, I always, even though it's a management situation, there's always a label side to it. Yeah. There's always, because what am I going to do? Sit back and just wait for you to put a song out? And the crazy part is most managers are like that. Yeah. They're going to wait for you to do something and then they'll come in and give their 2 cents in.
Right.
I'm always the person that's going to come in and be like, yo, we're going to put your song out. We're going to get it hot. We're going to shoot a music video. Like, you got to, go smack somebody just to, get them applause. Whatever that is.
We need to go viral.
You got to go viral. Like, we're going to figure something out from the ground up because I can go call a record label, but if you ain't buzzing, like, what am I going to tell them?
Yeah.
So that's the key thing, just for any artists out there who, are listening.
So when you implement the label side to the management, is also being able, to fund certain things to get things rolling?
Absolutely.
There you go. All right, cool. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For any artists out there looking, we're going to drop Jullian's number right
here. You got a summit coming up?
Yeah, I have a showcase coming up. Yeah, I got a showcase coming up September 1st at GC Lounge on South Beach. I try to bring people together, not only about getting signed, even more importantly, it's about networking.
Yeah.
Because the more people you meet, because I'm going to bring people down from like Tidal and Spotify and all these, Pandora and all these places. Because you never know. You might be in the room, you perform, and someone sees you and they're like, yo, you dope. I'm going to put you on this playlist. And that one playlist can change your life.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's all about connecting. But, I'm bringing like Ted Lucas and all these guys who we've had history of breaking artists to come and watch you, because it's one thing for me to listen to your song on my phone. It's another thing when I'm seeing you rocking a stage.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's completely different.
Absolutely. And my bad. I seen you said you were getting back into what you went to college for, which was film, and you were here last time with your artist Raina Love, which she's an actress. What else are you dabbling in with the film industry?
I just finished a movie. It's called A Haitian Wedding. I'm doing the soundtrack for it.
Nice.
My partner shot the movie. It's an incredible movie. It's actually based in Haiti. We shot it in Haiti.
Nice.
But the greatest part about this movie is that the way that it was shot, it really highlights Haiti on a different side. Because, I'm Jamaican, but, I represent all the islands, just being,
Caribbean.
Being in Miami, the melting pot.
Being in Miami, it's a melting pot. But Haiti always gets like a bad rap. When you think of Haiti, you just think of
about kidnapping.
Poor. Yeah. You just think of the most negative thing because that's the way it's portrayed. This movie shows like the beautiful beaches, the beautiful houses, like just everything that's beautiful down there that people are going to look and be like, wait a minute, is that Haiti for real?
Yeah.
You know, because it's still in the Caribbean. Like, it's still a beautiful island. It's just that part never gets highlighted. So the movie's a really great movie. It's up and coming artist who wants to be an artist, and his dad wants him to stay in the business. Great.
Don't ruin the plot now.
Yeah. I don't want to
But it's musically, you're saying it's musically inclined.
The music has some great people, quotes on there, and just a whole bunch of artists from. I try to tap into a lot of the Haitian artists to give them a look.
Dope.
You know, because it's hard. It's hard enough for regular hip hop artists. It's even harder for artists who are like in a special genre of music. Right. So I'm trying to highlight as many of them as possible.
Man, that's awesome. And how long did it take to film that?
We knocked it out in a month. Here's
a movie in a month.
Yeah. The crazy part is people think that it's only like those major big blockbusters that take a long time to film. Right, but if you have everybody there ready to go, you can knock a movie out in 4 weeks.
Yeah, there you go. Everything organized. Jullian Boothe behind that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's moving right. Yeah. If it's moving right, you could do it. Not like Top Gun. It's been about 10 years. Top Gun was in the making. My brother, let me go back to the beginning a little bit, man. I want to know where you were born and raised at.
I was born in Kingston, Jamaica.
Okay, nice.
I was raised pretty much in Miami. I came up. Yeah, that's when Jamaica was wild back then.
Right.
My daddy, rest in peace. He was an old school gangster. I think his last words to me was like, "Yo, I shot like 9 people, but I didn't kill none of them." I'm like, God damn. He was an old school Jamaican, and my mom was like, "Yo, I gotta raise my kids in a safer place." So
absolutely,
they made the right move to move us up here, and I would have been a whole different person if I was raised in Jamaica.
Yeah,
like my brother, he's locked up now. I don't know when he's getting out, but like when I talk to him every week, and he grew up down there, like with my dad. So I see the side of maybe where I would have ended up, compared to being up here. So it was a real blessing to be able to come up here.
He was a shotter.
Real top shotter.
And then you went to school. And you went to school at the Fort Lauderdale Art Institute.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale Art Institute.
Nice.
It was cool. It gave a foundation.
Right.
But the best thing it ever did was, and I really believe that you are places where you need to be.
Right.
Because had I not been there, I would have never gotten that internship, would have never led me to Luke.
Timing.
And it would have never led me to a lot of things would have changed. A lot of people's careers probably wouldn't even be here had that just one thing not have happened.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Even something that happened before that. Like even if you would have not came over here from, you know what I'm saying, you would have stayed in Jamaica, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would have been
a lot of things.
Yeah, no, timing is everything, man. It's crazy.
Hell yeah.
And so tell me, how did the Pitbull was the first one you signed?
Yeah.
The first one you got signed.
Yep.
How did that come about?
So Luke came back from Japan. He had this massive show in Japan. It was crazy.
I used to be at the studio right there on 7th and between Collins
12th.
12th, okay, yeah.
12th in Washington.
Right.
Yeah, that was the old Luke office.
Yeah.
Right? So Luke comes back from Japan. We did this big show in Japan, so he comes back.
Damn, Japan?
Yeah. No, Luke was everywhere.
Yeah.
Damn.
Every booty's shaking all over the world, baby.
I had to hear the word Japan like 3 times where the register like,
they was popping that pussy everywhere.
So he comes back. He comes in all excited. He's like, yo. We got to find a Japanese rapper or an Asian rapper. I'm like, now mind you, bro, this is no Instagram. This is no Facebook.
Right.
MySpace was
emails are still hard.
Emails just started, right? So this was back word of mouth, talent shows. I had to call everybody. So I'm like, all right. So I start hitting up everybody. And I remember my man Jamie. I haven't seen Jamie since this phone call, actually.
Yeah.
So I call him like, yo, Jamie, I'm looking for a rapper, an Asian rapper. And he's like, damn. But he's like, yo, I got one. He calls me back. He's like, yo, I got one. He's dope. I said, okay, cool. Who is he? His name is Jin.
Jin, I remember Jin. Yes.
So he's like, yo,
from 106 in Park and all that. Yeah.
So he's like, yo, right now he's working at his mom's, restaurant, whatever. I'm gonna give you his pager, right? And he's like, hit him up. He's expecting your calls. Page. I'm like, yo, I need you to come by Luke Records, right?
Now, hold on, I'll make a dim sum.
That's exactly what the fuck he said. He was like, I can't leave. So I'm like, all right, can you come tomorrow? He's like, I'm gonna try. Page him again. Yo, can you come today? Nah, I'm still working. I'm like, yo, bro, but I'm saying, like, I'm calling you from a record label. Like,
And
now, Luke Records now is like, yeah, whatever. Back then, though, it was still a powerful thing. Like, it's still Uncle Luke. So I'm like, yo, this dude is not hitting me up. Like, what's going on? So I call my man Jamie back. I'm like, yo, Jamie, your man's is not coming through, bro. Like, what's popping? So he goes, listen, man, I ain't got no more Asian rappers. Like, Asian rappers are rare, bro. He's like, I don't got no more Asian rappers, but I do have this Cuban kid who's dope. So I'm like, all right, send him through. Right? So boom, here comes fucking Chico walks in with the fucking pants hanging low, braids in his hair. His swagger was on 1,000, right? Mind you, I think he either rode a bicycle or got a ride over here. Like, and when I'm talking, when I paged him, he's like, Luke? I'm like, yeah, it's Jullian from Luke Records. He's like, oh yeah. What's the address? Like, he came literally immediately. That's what I loved about this kid.
Yeah.
So he comes in. So we vibing for a second. We just talking. So I'm like, what's your name, man? He's like, oh, Pitbull. So I'm like, Pitbull. Now, this was the only bad advice I ever gave him in life. I'm like, we might have to change that name, bro. I'm like, why your name is Pitbull? So he starts going through this whole speech. He's like, like a Pitbull, bro.
When I lock on.
When he lock on. I would never let go. That's how I feel about the rap game. So I'm like, all right. So I throw a beat on, right? So I'm like, I need you to spit for me, bro. So he's like, yeah. Cause like, he's like, I ain't got no demo tape. I got nothing like that. So I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. So we go into the recording studio. I throw on a track. He listening to it, about 10 minutes. He's like, all right. So I'm like, damn, you ain't write nothing down on nothing? He's like, nah, I got it. Yo, that man went in there, started spitting. Mind you, I'm engineer, just me and him.
Yeah.
He's going back, English, Spanish. I'm looking at it like, wait, what the fuck?
This is Asian.
He runs it back like, yo, can I do a double? I'm like, yeah, nigga, knock yourself out. Boom.
Let it rip.
Yo, he comes out, bro. I'm looking at him like, yo, money, you're a sign. I call Luke right there. I'm like, yo, I ain't got the Asian dude, but I got this Cuban kid. I play it over the phone. He's like, hey, I'm on the way there. So fucking Luke comes. He listens to it. He's like, yo. Because at the time, you got to remember, bro, Spanish rap wasn't big.
All right.
Only Spanish song I ever liked was freaking Mellow Man Ace.
Right.
I'm like, yo, that was the only record I liked. Everything else was like, it was like Be Real with Cypress Hill, but that really wasn't like Spanish. Right.
Yeah.
So, like, it wasn't really no big Spanish acts like that, right? So when he did it, I was like, yo, you making it sound so dope. But he made it sound so dope that even if you didn't speak Spanish, it sounded dope.
Right. And you were singing it back.
And you were singing it because you made it easy as hell. So I'm listening to it, Luke listening to it. He's like, oh, yeah. Deal right there. Like, let's go. Who's your attorney? Like, let's rock, right?
Bend over, we're going to sign a deal.
Yeah. So... that's how we met, man. And ever since then, like, me and him just been.
That's
like,
awesome.
That's hell yeah.
That's amazing.
That's an amazing story, right there.
Amazing story, and it's what makes it more amazing is where we're at now today in the game.
The funny part.
Here we go.
The second, there's two things, right? This is why me and him are so tight, because there's two major parts that happened in his life. One was obviously me signing him to Luke, because with Luke, that's where Little John used to come down. It used to be him in Colley Park, right? Shout out to John at Colley Park, right? They used to come down to do beats for us. That's where Pitt met John, right? He met the Diaz brothers because Lou used to engineer for us. So he met everybody through the network that was there. So everybody was sitting there listening to the music, and Lou was like, yo, this dude is dope, because he's mixing the songs.
Yeah.
And then John used to hear him all the time, like, yo, who the fuck is that? I'm like, oh, it's Pitt's our new guy. You know what I'm saying? So he was able to learn a lot of the business. Both of us got to learn a lot about the business at the exact same time. But the connections were obviously what made it was. But the crazy part was later on in life was the lawsuit with me and TVT.
Oh, yeah.
That freed him.
Right.
Because, bro, you got to understand that.
Oh, yeah. Talk to the people about that, because, you know what I'm saying? That was interesting.
Fucking Gottlieb.
Yeah, Scott, like Steve Gottlieb. Yeah, I remember that.
Because had I not sued TVT Records, it still would be a very weird place right now, because this guy had no plans on releasing Pitt worldwide. This man told Pitt, like, yo, your record, you're a local artist. What he meant by local was like the United States.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So had I not done that, because once I done that and we won, then he was able to sue them and get out the contract. Once he was out the contract, boom, guess what?
Yeah.
First record, my bad. The second record he did was freaking 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which I was sitting there listening to. I remember me and him was driving down 395, And he played me the record, and mind you, it was a remix at the time. It wasn't even like a real record. He just remixed it. And we're listening to it. I'm like, ooh. I said, this thing fire. I said, who put this out? And he was like, I think Ultra. And I'm like, yo, if they don't put it out, bro, let me get this, bro. He's like, yeah. And then he calls them up, and he's like, yo, y'all pushing this? And I remember, bro, that song was at like 50 spins when I saw it.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, that jumped up to like 500. Next week later, it was like 1,000. And that's when he took off.
Yeah.
Then he went to Sony. And that's when Mr. Worldwide was really born.
That's when everything came to be, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
hell yeah.
That's great.
It was off and running.
That's great. And you've been like that. You've been involved in artist life like that for a couple different artists, not just Pitbull.
Yeah.
I know with Trina also.
I did all of Trina's albums. Yeah. I came in with Trick on his, I think it was his third. It was based on a true story. WW thought, it was like his third album. I came in. Trina did all her albums. Rick Ross Plows from day one. And then now like Amada.
Yeah.
Those were my guys. And then, just a slew of viral records. Like, I got greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes. That's my record.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
what? Show me that. My kid's on TikTok. My kids.
I'm a freaking TikTok king. Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
I do all these viral records that people have no clue that it's me. It's just I'll find certain stuff that works, and I just go and I market and put them out.
And how do you cash in on those type of records?
No, TikTok pays. Everybody pays.
Oh, really?
Yeah, YouTube pays. Any streaming platform now pays. I mean, obviously, you just have to make sure that you register everything for your song. But if TikTok plays your record, they pay you for that.
Yeah.
If YouTube is streaming your song, they're paying you. So when you have like a viral hit, people love the record. They're going to go to YouTube. They're going to go to Spotify and just keep listening to it over and over again.
So let me ask you, like, because I do this all the time. I go on my story on Instagram and it goes to music, and I could put a song to my picture. That y'all get paid for that?
You're helping the promotion of the record.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
damn, that's awesome.
That's why they made it that's why they implemented like the music into the platform, because it's already, being registered.
Like if you were to take a record and you play it just on your radio or your with speaker, and you don't use it from Instagram, I don't know if you've ever seen.
Yeah, it'll get detected.
You'll get detected.
Copyright.
Right. Yeah. You're right. Yeah,
because they're not able to pay us, so we'll sue them and say, hey, you playing our record, you're not accounting for it.
Right. That's wild, because Led Zeppelin got sued for the Stairway to Heaven beat that they got from somebody 50 years before they dropped Stairway to Heaven.
There you go.
Which is wild. My brother, I know you're involved in a couple things. What's the Executive Club?
The Executive Club, you know what? That's funny.
I read that and I automatically thought the hotel right there next to the airport.
That's why I changed the name.
There you go.
I was going back.
It's just that I'm a
That's Club Executive.
Yeah, because I was going back with a whole bunch of names, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't be a damn rap label and have the Executive Club, because that's just not street enough. So I was trying to find something not too street, but not too corporate.
All right,
For the Executive Club, that was when I walk in with the suit and tie, with the, the suits, and I can, talk to myself. Hey, Executive Club, they feel safe writing you a big ass check.
Yeah.
Then I just come in like, my nigga records.
No, but then, what, did you change it? Then you change it too?
Right now, I have my main company is Fast Life Entertainment.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at right here.
Because
is that the happy medium between?
That's the happy medium.
There you go.
Yeah. Because everybody understands the fast life,
Yeah.
So Fast Life is your business that everything falls under.
Exactly.
All the artists and everything.
Exactly.
And who are you working right now presently?
Me. That's the crazy part.
Awesome.
I'm working me. I have my eye on. I had a great conversation. It's a kid I can't say yet, but he's known. But he's like
local kid.
No, he's actually out of New York.
Okay,
dope.
So I just literally talked to him today. We're talking about him joining the team. But once I announce it, if everything works out, you'll recognize him and be like, oh, I remember him.
Nice.
But he's a young kid. He got a lot of talent. And he has a great foundation already. He just needs like a me to come in. And then I have this young 18-year-old girl out of Boca, actually.
Nice.
Super dope. She's like a little young Mariah Carey.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I'm looking at her too. But see, the thing is now, man, it's like I got PDST. That's what they call it. Yeah. I be like, yo, these artists, bruh, and it's crazy because we're about to finishing Love and Hip Hop, right? And I'd be like, yo, I was doing this scene and this artist kind of overheard what I was talking about. And she comes up to me and she's like, oh, I wouldn't do you like that. I'll take care of you. I'm like, that's what the artists always say. Till I do what I do, make you famous, and then you go crazy. It's like, no, I wouldn't go crazy. I'm like, yeah, bitch, all right. But it's like now, again, it's like I rather focus on like the movie stuff, the TV stuff, because it's like, I ain't gonna mess myself over.
Right.
I can do a movie, just hire my people who want to do the movie and keep it moving.
Right.
So. Yeah.
And bankroll yourself already.
Exactly.
No, and continue to grow the events that he got going on, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The showcases is going to blow up.
I miss it's. You know what? It's like a drug. I love breaking new acts.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it, bro.
Right.
I love talking
the feeling of having somebody living at their mom's house to get whatever they want.
I love it. I love, even to this day, I still love hearing the record the first time it hits the radio. Like that's the biggest high for me.
That's awesome.
You know, and I love changing people's lives. Like,
I'm sure you get a text or a call. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, when they hear the thing on the radio for the
you would think.
No, I mean, I'll attest to his professionalism and the way that he grinds and he's there for the artists. You know what I'm saying? A few years back we was rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? So with Amara and all of that movement that was going on, and man, Jullian's the truth, bro.
Yeah.
No,
like I said, I got out of prison 2006, and I remember Jullian if I'm not mistaken, it was in the studio, in Luke's studio, back in 2006-07, around there.
And what continues to you know what I'm saying, inspire you? Well, I mean, you just said that you like breaking new artists and you like that movement, and you also said that you're working on yourself, right? So part of the process of working on yourself, what have you developed for yourself, you know what I'm saying, through this process?
My main goal at the end of the day is to have a situationship where it's like Def Jam and Netflix are combined. I want to have an entertainment company that whatever it is you do, there's a home for you. You know, you want to do TV and film, well, we got that. You want to do music, I got that. You want to do sports, we got that.
OnlyFans,
we got that.
You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is you do in your space, I want to have a home where we're able to handle that.
Right.
You know?
There you go.
That's the end goal.
Hell yeah.
Fast Life Entertainment, babe.
There it is.
Life.
Hey, how's it going on Love and Hip Hop?
Oh man, you don't love hip hop. Love hip hop. Let me tell you something.
I talk about smacking people.
Nah, they don't want that smoke. You know, Love and Hip Hop is Love and Hip Hop, man. At the end of the day, everybody knows what they sign up for.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's a hip hop soap opera.
Right.
Right. Not opera. It's a soap. It's a soap. What do you call it?
Yeah, soap opera. Soap opera.
Soap opera. Soap opera.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, it comes with drama.
Right.
You know, it can be the easiest thing, and it turns into an argument or disagreement.
Right. Well, I'm sure you got the producers back there throwing a little gas on the flames too. Sometimes
setting
things up.
Certain times,
right.
You know. But you know, again, anybody who's on the show, if they complain, I look at them like, you know what you were signing up for.
Yeah.
You know, we need a little drama here.
I'd be the biggest hypocrite to say it because I damn near helped start the show.
Right.
Yeah. The one in Miami, not the overall. Right. The one in Miami. So I'd be a hypocrite to be like, oh man, they tripping. Like it's hip. You know what it is. We've been watching this for the last 10 years.
And at the end of the day, you know, whatever it is, whether it's Love and Hip Hop in Miami or anything else, it's reality TV. So that's what it comes with. You know?
Hey, listen, I'm happy that my life is so entertaining that, you know, millions of people want to watch. Because every time I'm on there, the ratings go up.
Oh, word? Talk to him.
Let's go.
Talk to him.
I'm just saying, because, you know, last season they didn't have me on there, and it was like,
it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same.
This season? Ooh, hot.
No, season 1, you know what I'm saying? I was in there, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Jullian threw an alley-oop in there, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Amada and all of that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It was performing in New York, and they was out there filming, and
killing it.
People was like, oh shit, look at you on TV. I was like, what? It was like a slow-mo.
We're introduced our two nights as the love interest over here.
And then the drama came, and I said,
exactly.
My brother, and what you working on like right now? What's like a project you got coming up soon?
The soundtrack for the Haitian Wedding, the movie.
Boom.
Do I have any music? You know, this is the first time I can say that.
What's it called when you?
I'm tripping. Quote. My bad.
Quote. Yeah.
My man Quote got some incredible music off the soundtrack that he has coming up. I'm tripping. Trouble Boy actually is a joint deal I did with my partner DJ. Trouble Boy actually is probably one of the biggest Haitian artists out of Haiti right now.
Dope.
Nice.
Super hot. The Trouble Boy hitmaker. He has a whole bunch of songs on the soundtrack too. The soundtrack's actually going to be a lot of great music coming out that I just kind of have everything preparing.
Okay,
Nice.
dope. It's a soundtrack. Is it the score, or is that two different things? The score is like the music on the movie, but
Well, the music from the movie is from the soundtrack.
okay.
There you go.
Okay. I'm trying to get out.
No, you're right. There is the differences there.
Hey man, big question we gotta ask you.
Oof.
We've asked every guest that's been on this show, and
Tell me.
we're on what? Today's Tuesday, so what show are we on dropping today? 75?
Tonight?
Yeah.
76.
76. All right, well,
76.
this is like the 77th time I asked this question. Do you believe in aliens?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, damn, that was
All right.
quick. Why so quick?
Yeah.
All right,
Seen some shit?
No,
Yeah.
no.
No? Okay.
Just late. It's to me, it's just numbers.
Right.
I'm a numbers guy, right? And I'm a space guy, right? So I'm up at night watching YouTube. And I'm investigating everything.
I'm gonna
right?
get on that too, but I want to hear yours.
I'm deep in it, right? But you just have to look at the numbers, bro. The numbers themselves. If you look at just our solar system, and if they're correct, if they're saying like there's more stars
then there is
than
sand.
there
in
is grains of sand
Right.
on the Earth,
Right.
and remind you that's just our solar system.
Right.
Once we get out of our solar system, then you have billions more. So if we're in the Goldilocks zone, right, which basically means that we're in the perfect spot next to our sun,
Right.
that's not too hot, not too cold,
Right.
that ended up getting an atmosphere. You're just again 0.0000000, and I can't even count 0.1%.
Right.
It's still millions of possible habitable zones.
There you go.
Just in our solar system, much less the observable universe, right? So if you're telling me that there is not any living thing out there, you'd be crazy.
There you go.
To me.
So let me come around to that, because I agree with that point. And I also watch YouTube and documentaries and all that shit. But when it comes to YouTube and documentaries and all the alien shit I've seen my whole life, it always ends the same. You still don't know if it's true or not. You know what I mean? So that's where I ride the fence on it. But I really do want to believe that there's some crazy shit out there.
The best thing I can say is, I forget who said it, but he said it. It's the perfect thing of being said. If there is, that's scary.
Yeah.
And if there isn't, that's even more scary.
Right.
Because if it's just us in the vast universe and every other planet is empty, that's a scary thought.
That is true.
Now, what I will say just to end it
It's
is
fucking
that
wild to think
Yeah,
about.
I never thought of that shit right there like that.
now the one thing I will say is that our concepts of what aliens could be is what I think everyone's questions.
Right.
Yeah.
I do think there's living things out there, right? Now remember, we're very early on when it comes to the timeline of the table of just life and when everything started.
Right.
We're super early. So either we're the first, right? Or maybe there's somebody else out there that's around the same time as us. But we're definitely not the last.
Yeah.
So
What about dinosaurs and all of that?
what about them?
You know what I mean? Where'd they go?
No, that's a whole.
Oh, no. That was the asteroid.
That was really for real?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, cool.
No,
No, I'm just saying, you got research.
if an asteroid hits us,
Uh-huh.
the size
Again.
that hit them,
Right.
we're done.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, everything is done.
Yeah, it'll wipe us out completely. It's just that no one's hit us yet.
Yeah.
And remember, Saturn takes a lot of the bullets for us because that gravitational pull, a lot of those
Shit,
big asteroids.
I seen a movie on Netflix and it had to do with that, like an asteroid coming to the Earth and they had to like shoot the shit. and-
What was it? Armageddon.
Yeah. But you see, that's why I said Earth is really beyond special because we're in a spot where we get limited hits.
Right.
Another Earth that's out there that may be habitable is probably getting bombed every freaking
All the
day.
time. Right.
But they may be used to it by now, you know.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's true, and I love the way you put it. That's a fucking great way to look at it.
Yeah,
You know, if we're the only ones here, it's scary, and if
you
we're
go.
not, it's even more scary. So.
Yeah. One of our last guests said, yo, by now we would have seen something. You know what I
No.
mean? No?
That part I would completely disagree.
Why
right?
not?
we're too far away. People don't understand when that thing called space, that's what they mean. It's space.
Right.
Like running into us or us running into them is like me telling you I left a grain of sand somewhere on Earth. Go find it.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Like where in the world?
Impossible.
It's literally impossible. Right.
What about the UFOs and stuff? No.
Now you see that's all cap. I think.
Yeah.
I really think that's all.
Yeah,
cap.
yeah, that's what we have in mind as what our aliens and
Dude,
and we have the guys with the crazy eyes.
You think for 2 seconds, if these guys figured out how to travel light speed, not even light speed, they would have to travel through warping. Because even at light speed, it would still take you a long time.
Yeah.
So the only way you can travel in the galaxy is that there's a you have to use like warp.
Yeah.
You have to like literally. They have, and I can't
vanish here and appear here.
Yeah, what it is, it's like you're bending time and space,
right?
Which actually is actually possible. They just haven't figured out how to
quantum
do it yet.
physics and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So you have to bend space to go from one point to the next. So if these guys figured it out, you think they're scared of us?
Yeah.
These guys have figured out something that we will probably figure out way later on, right? But they figured it out. They're going to come down and just either take us over, and that's the scary part. Because they're going to be way more intelligent than us,
and I disagree too. Because I know once a year for sure the people get aliens on camera all the time, walking out of Ultra. They're always on fucking.
With all our 4K cameras, it's fuzzy, like, come on, bro.
Walking out of fucking strip clubs and shit, we catch them.
Yeah,
my brother, man. If there was a young Jullian Boothe watching the show, man, and you're trying to find out his direction, what good words, what positive message do we have for them?
I don't know if it's positive, but I'm gonna tell you the words.
Right.
You have to be able to sacrifice everything if you want it all.
Right.
That includes your friends, that includes your family, that includes your time, that includes your children. You're going to go to the baseball game or you're going to go do some work. You're going to take her to a ballerina or you're going to go do some work. So it's a very hard balance because, we look at the Diddy's, and if you watch Diddy's Instagram now, and he's enjoying life, but I guarantee you the early days Diddy didn't stop.
Diddy been in the game 30-something years.
Didn't stop. So now when he's chilling on, South Beach and he's riding jet skis and he can just smoke weed all day.
He's on his email on his jet ski.
Yeah, like he's done it for the last 35 years and he killed it. And I'm sure he had to sacrifice a lot of things that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
Time away from his family,
Absolutely.
this and that. So for the young guys that think that it's just going to fall in your lap, I don't care how talented you are. I'll take somebody who works hard more so than I'll take somebody who's talented. Because a lot of talented people I know, and they will never make it. It's not because they're not dope. It's just that you're not going to work as hard as me.
Yeah.
I'm going to sacrifice everything until I get everything that I want. And if you don't have that mindset, you ain't going to get it.
I absolutely agree. You can't just rely on the talent. You got to work for it, too.
You got to work for it.
Absolutely. My brother, it's been a pleasure having you on.
Hey, man, thank y'all for having me, my brother.
Thank you so much for coming through, spending the knowledge, dropping some gems.
Absolutely.
Talking about aliens. You're the man, brother, and I hope to see you again soon, man. Thank you.
Hey, keep us in the loop for the showcase and all that.
I'm gonna give all my little plug right now.
Talk to him.
We got the showcase next to Blows September 1st. We have a Haitian Wedding that should be coming out in September also, and we have
the summit.
No, it's a showcase. Yeah,
showcase.
Okay,
that's September 1st. We have the movie and the soundtrack September also. I'm not sure what day, but it's definitely September. And what else do I have? Oh, Love and Hip Hop. That'll be August. Yeah, check that out every Monday.
There you go.
All right. We gotta go bring the Love and Hip Hop crew to film one of my next fights, man.
Hell yeah. Hey, we got a championship fight June 24th. You better be present.
Fighting for the belt.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we going in at it.
Listen, just get my tickets. I'm coming.
I got you.
Oh yeah,
I got you.
Let's go.
And that bit's supposed to come.
I know.
Every time. Listen, when I was running around, I'd always be like, "Yo, I'm gonna try to make it," but I definitely got to come see the fights.
100%.
I always catch the highlights.
There you go.
I'm after we locked in. Well, I'm gonna lock you in after this, so we get you.
Done deal, brother.
Hey man, thank you everybody for watching Don't Blink Podcast. Me, the kid, Jullian Boothe, and Jew Diddy in the building, baby.
Jew Diddy.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. Don't miss out next week, 7:30 p.m. Tuesday night, YouTube. Don't blink.
Yep.
Bow.
I think me and Two Nights got something great going on. We got some great guests coming up. It's gonna be dope. We got some dope people that already signed up to do it with us, which is great. A lot of people show us love. And it's because we love their back for sure.